Hey guys, let's get more news from Dallas Cowboys, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. 3 running backs the Cowboys should draft if Tony Pollard leaves. Facing a make-or-break season in 2024, the Dallas Cowboys appear ready to shake things up. The latest word around the Cowboys is that the team will allow Tony Pollard to test the free agency waters, which sets the stage for his exit. Luckily, April's NFL draft provides the chance to acquire a young running back who can help this squad fulfill its Super Bowl dreams, all while not costing nearly as much as the Pro Bowler. With that in mind, here are 3 RBs the Cowboys need to consider drafting if Pollard exits this offseason. The task of replacing the production from Pollard, the team's leading rusher in each of the past 2 seasons, won't be an easy one. Dallas can't afford to let this area of the offense completely drop off either, since it'll make things more difficult for the passing attack. That's why the Cowboys could take a chance on the draft's premier RB prospect, Jonathan Brooks. Brooks is widely regarded as the best running back in the 2024 class following a breakout 2023 campaign that saw him post 1,139 yards, 10 rushing TDs, and a whopping 6.1 YPC. He flashed some dual-threat upside as well with another 25 receptions for 286 yards, good for 11.4 YPR. Unlike the undersized Deuce Vaughn, Brooks has the frame at 6 feet and 207 pounds to battle against the behemoths at the NFL level. He's also just 20 years old, so he's barely scratched the surface of his potential following one good year. While Brooks doesn't have the level of hype like a Bijan Robinson or Jahmyr Gibbs, that works to Dallas' advantage, as he's projected to be around a mid to late second-round pick right now. With the number 56 selection, the Cowboys are in prime position to bring the University of Texas product home. The Cowboys will need someone who can produce in the backfield if there's not a back-to-back 1,000-yard man in Pollard around. That's why Dallas may want an RB with a stronger resume than Brooks, who really has just 1 season to his name. If that's the case, Blake Corum has as good a case as any back in the country. The Michigan standout has been a monster for the Wolverines since 2021. Over his last 3 collegiate seasons, Corum posted a whopping 3,660 yards on the ground and 56 rushing touchdowns, giving Jim Harbaugh a true workhorse to build his offense around. Corum's more than proven he can be the lead man in a backfield, which is exactly what Mike McCarthy will be searching for if Pollard's no longer around. Dallas has missed a big-bodied bruiser who can pick up the tough yards and capitalize near the goal line since Ezekiel Elliott's departure, and Corum is the kind of wrecking ball at 5'8", 200 pounds, who'd excel in those scenarios. With 2 top 10 Heisman finishes and coming from a national championship winning program, Corum has the pedigree you want to see from an NFL-ready talent. It'd be no surprise if helps a team right away in the pros. Cowboys make major decision on Trey Lance's future. Almost 3 years have passed since the San Francisco 49ers boldly traded up to select quarterback Trey Lance with the number 3 overall pick in the NFL draft. In that time, he has played in just 8 games while completing 56 passes. Lance's career is defined by injuries and hypothetical scenarios. But it's not over yet. This reclamation project will remain under development with the Dallas Cowboys. At least for now. The organization is picking up Lance's $4.25 million roster bonus, according to Calvin Watkins of the Dallas Morning News. Cowboys owner and general manager Jerry Jones traded a 2024 fourth-rounder for the 2-time FCS champion ahead of this past season, seeing him as an intriguing buy low option and possible injury insurance policy. Dak Prescott did not miss a game and produced the best statistical season of his 8-year career, 4,516 passing yards, 38 total touchdowns and only 9 interceptions. That left little opportunities for any other Dallas signal caller, with backup Cooper Rush logging just 24 pass attempts and third-stringer Lance not taking a single snap last year. There is not going to be a change at the top of the depth chart, as Prescott seems primed for a historic contract extension sooner rather than later. But Lance can make headway during the offseason and training camp. He is only 23 years of age and thus has time to earn back trust from the rest of the league. The value of mobile quarterbacks continues to rise, so Trey Lance can still clear a path for himself to compete for an NFL starting job in the future. The first step towards achieving that difficult goal will be staying healthy. The road ahead is perilous, but this former highly coveted prospect should take pride in the fact that the Cowboys are not giving up on him. If the Cowboys decide to wait on an RB until round 4 or later, Wisconsin's Braylon Allen may be their next diamond in the rough. Allen provides the best of both worlds, with both age and results on his side. Thanks to early enrollment as a Badger, the stud RB just turned 20 years in January. Yet he's already played 3 college seasons, recording 3,494 yards and 35 TDs on the ground during his time in Madison. Allen's instant impact at such a young age makes him an intriguing talent. Given his consistency as a teen, he seems primed to make an immediate impact in the NFL, especially under the guidance of a pro staff. Cowboys' $20 million star named boom or bust free agent. There's a bit of a buyer beware quality to NFL free agency, and this offseason is going to be no different. Since the salary cap reached a record $255.4 million this offseason, NFL teams with unprecedented spending flexibility will have plenty of opportunities to fill pressing needs on their roster with high-priced veterans. Some free agent signings work out better than others, and the landscape of NFL history is littered with players who either outperform their new contracts or wind up as cautionary tales. Dallas Cowboys cornerback Stephon Gilmore enters free agency labeled one of NFL.com's boom or bust players about to hit the open market. Once upon a time, Gilmore was the best cornerback in the NFL, Matt Okada writes for NFL.com. That was back in 2019, when he won Defensive Player of the Year and a second straight All-Pro honor. Since then, Gilmore has played for 4 teams in 4 years and has been traded twice. He's still a strong starting corner and shows flashes of that shutdown savvy every now and then, but at 33 years old, it's fair to acknowledge the fuel in Gilmore's tank may be running low, at a position that demands a whole lot of fuel. Gilmore will likely need to sign another short-term deal, and it figures he'll aim to do so with a legitimate contender. While Gilmore's age could put a damper on his market, the 5-time Pro Bowler is coming off a 2023 season in which he held opposing quarterbacks to a meager 83.3 passer rating in 600 pass coverage snaps, according to Pro Football Focus. While Gilmore might not be the premier cornerback in free agency, the position could be in high demand around the league, especially if Kansas City Chiefs star L'Jarius Sneed moves on and resets the market. After posting a career-high 68 total tackles in 2023, while intercepting 2 passes, Spotrac projects Gilmore could command a 1-year deal worth $11.1 million. That contract would make Gilmore the 17th highest-paid cornerback in the league, and represent a $1.1 million raise over the deal he played on last season in Dallas. The Cowboys' dire financial straits have been well documented, with the Cowboys currently projected to be $4 million over the cap ahead of free agency getting underway. Given their limited spending flexibility, Dallas could opt to move forward with Darren Bland and Trayvon Diggs. Especially after Bland intercepted 9 passes with 5 returned for a touchdown in 2023, and with Diggs set to return from a torn ACL. While the Cowboys may be one of the bigger beneficiaries of the salary cap rising this offseason, it will be no picnic for Jerry Jones and company to get cap compliant this offseason. There may even be landmines for 2025 and beyond. According to former NFL agent and current CBS Sports analyst Joel Corey, if the Cowboys decide to add void/dummy years in 2027 or 2028 to Prescott's contract, any cap relief for Dallas would be short-lived. Dallas would have almost $13.5 million in cap space by prorating all but $1.21 million of Prescott's 2024 salary through 2026 with a contract restructure, Corey explains in a recent column for CBS Sports. The downside is the Cowboys would be facing $58.32 million in 2025 dead money, a salary cap charge for a player no longer on a team's roster, by Prescott playing out his contract and testing the open market in 2025 free agency. The Cowboys would get a 2026 third-round compensatory pick at best from Prescott's departure in this manner. The Cowboys have their work cut out for them in the coming weeks to get under the cap, and the biggest priority of all is lowering Prescott's cap hit in 2024. And you fan, what do you think of the Stephon Gilmore situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.